May I ask you as a first question, what made you decide to take an almost forgotten comic book character from the 19th century as the inspiration or the starting point of your new film?
So そのイエローキッドっていう漫画が1895年に出たんですけども、それが新聞2社に掲載されて、どっちが本当じゃないかっていうことで、論争になってっていうことがあったんですけども、それが今回の映画全体の妄想と現実が入り混じるとか、どっちが本当か嘘かっていう題材とちょっと適してるなと思いまして、選びました。なので内容が全然違います、本当の方は。
The Ierô Kiddo manga, it appeared in 1895. In this manga, it's about what is real and what is not real, and that's what I wanted to take as a theme for this film. So that's why I used the Ierô Kiddo manga. But actually the contents of this film is different from what's in the manga.
I see, and the Japanese Ierô Kiddo manga, that is the creation of your own imagination? Was this really published?
いや、この映画用に作りました。はい。
No, that's what I created myself.
As I said in the introduction, this is your graduation film from the Tokyo University of the Arts. Could you explain a little bit about that university and what it meant for you to be studying there?
東京芸大なんですけれども、黒沢清監督と北野武監督が、一応教授という形で、生徒授業っていう教えるとかっていうこともなくて、一緒に酒飲んだりご飯食べたりして、そういう中からその人となりというかっていうのを勉強するという学校です。でちゃんと技術部もちゃんとあって、すごい方々が教授で教えています。
It's the Tokyo Arts University where I was studying. Famous directors like Kiyoshi Kurosawa and Kitano Takeshi. They are teachers there, and it's not so much the lessons that were inspiring, but it's more that we would go out for drinks together, for example. There's also an art department, and over there's also very famous teachers.
Are there any questions from you? Try and block out one of these spotlights. Yes.
I particularly enjoyed, or one element of the things that I enjoyed was the use of color in this movie. Did you take a lot of preparation in setting up the sets, to use particular colors?
The gentleman really enjoyed the use of color in this film, and he was asking about the set design and whether there was a lot of care taken to set that up and design.
はい、だいぶ細かくセットしてもらって、特にそのキャラクターごとに色とか、設定したり、だいぶアメコミということで色強く出したかったので、それに合わせて美術の方もだいぶこだわらせていただきました。はい。
Yes, indeed. The art direction was done very detailed. The colors of the characters are very important. To use very bright or deep colors was very important. So the art department did a very big job.
And does the art department also consist of graduates from your university?
いや、美術は、まあ、美術もいるので学生も混じってますけど、さすがに人数が足りないので、それは別に呼んで、助監督とかもそうなんですけども、足りないところは友達呼んで作ってます。
Well, for the art department, there were some students, but because we needed a lot of people, I also called in some people from outside of the university. But also for the other departments, sometimes there wasn't enough crew, so I also called some friends to help.
Quite amazing results, I would say. Any other questions? Feel free. That's what we're here for. He's taking everything in. Go ahead.
To me, a quite pivotal scene in the movie is where the boxer, the character who's the boxer, he's beating his hands to blood after he robbed the woman. What were your thoughts about what was going on in him when that occurred?
The gentleman refers to what he calls a pivotal scene in the film where the young boxer Tamura, after robbing the handbag, punches his fist bloody. He wonders what was actually going on in his head at that moment.
あのシーンはひったくりをして、その後に、だんだんイエローキッドに、乗り移って慣れていくというような、シーンなんですけど、その途中なんですけども、なんかインパクトが欲しかった。で、なんか現実的に普通の正常な神経だったら、鉄を殴ることはないんですけど、そういうちょっと現実から離れていく。で、自分が強いと思い込んでいくっていうことで、そういうシーンを作りました。
Well, this scene is slowly becoming the yellow kid, as you can see. He wanted the impact of that scene. Normally, this wouldn't happen, but this is like beyond what normally would happen, beyond reality. So he's slowly becoming the yellow kid.
The choice to do a boxing film, it's a very peculiar boxing film, but the choice to do a boxing film, it's something that many filmmakers it's a phase they have to go through. Many great filmmakers have made great boxing films. Did it feel like this for you, that it was a kind of almost obligatory genre to make a film in?
もともとそんなにボクシングに興味がないんですけれども、興味がないというか親しみはないんですけど、全体の脚本できた時に後からボクシングという要素を足したんですけれども、そういう過程があったので逆に映画の中でボクシングを活かせてうまく入れ込めたのかなと思います。やっぱり予算が少なかったので試合のシーンとかもやりようがなかったので、その辺はボクシングに熱狂的なファンじゃないということが結果的にはいいことになったのかなと思います。あくまで映画の中でボクシング使ったのは物語上でそれが一番適しているだろうということで使いました。
Well, I'm not particularly interested in boxing, to be honest. So actually it was integrated after the scenario was finished. This was a very low budget film, so I couldn't show any scenes of real fights because there was no budget. Once again, I'm not a very big boxing fan, but it was very important for this story.
Just been informed that we have to make room for the next screening. And there is time for one question. Yes, please.
I have a question about the comics. Are there influence from other manga creators like the manga comic Hajime no Ippo? And I saw Bloody Sun as like, to me it's like Hellboy. So are those kinds of influence that
Has there been an influence from other comic books? And the gentleman mentioned particularly Hellboy as a visual reference to the character of Bloody Sun and a very famous boxing manga from Japan.
僕自身が小さい頃にドラゴンボールという日本の漫画があるんですけども、その悟空が使うカメハメハとかっていう技があるんですけど、そういうのを使えると思ってた時期がやっぱり子供の時期あって、でプロデューサーとそういう話して、そういうのあったよねっていうことからこのイエローキッドの話になったんですけども、やっぱり大人になってもそのさっき名前出ましたけど「はじめの一歩」とか、あと特にボクシング漫画なので、そういうのでそのキャラクターに憧れて、そうなりたいと思い込んでしまうっていう傾向は結構あるんじゃないかとは思います。
When I was young, I was particularly interested in mangas like Dragon Ball. I don't know if you've heard of it. I was always thinking of using it. I was also talking to my producer about these comics. And then I was also attracted to the manga you were just saying. And that's why I decided to use it.
Since this is the European premiere of Mr. Mariko's film, the festival has presented a small token of congratulations. Through which we say thank you to Mr. Mariko Tetsuya, and thank you to all of you for staying. Good night.